Mike Tomlin ignored Shedeur Sanders multiple times before finally settling for Will Howard at Steelers. The Steelers entered the playoffs with a 10-7 record, but their season unraveled fast. Now, as the Steelers have entered the offseason without the QBs they promised fans, an exciting 2020-25 NFL draft rolled around. Everyone expected a bold move. With the quarterback room still in flux, most figured Mike Tomlin would turn to Shedeur Sanders and take a swing. But instead, he played it cool, dodging the spotlight. Instead of dialing up, he checked it down to Will Howard, the safer bet. Maybe they just didn't want the drama. Either way, 5 years post-Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh's still tossing darts at the board, praying one finally hits the bullseye. As per ESPN, Mike Tomlin had the chance in the 2025 NFL Draft, and he passed. Despite the buzz, the meeting, and the praise, the Steelers coach chose not to draft Shedeur Sanders. And that decision sent a clear message. Pittsburgh wasn't ready to roll the dice on potential drama, even if the talent was there. That was a surprising turn of events, as Tomlin was full of praise for Shedeur's just a few days before the draft. There's a toughness there that doesn't get talked about enough. There's a competitive spirit there that doesn't get talked about enough, Tomlin had said. I know he's very talented, and he's made a lot of plays for his university and his team. But the intangible qualities displayed on tape were impressive to me. That's more than coach speak. That's a belief. But belief didn't translate into action. Instead, Tomlin swerved away from the spotlight, away from Shedeur. Despite all signs pointing toward a bold move, the Steelers passed on one of the most talked about quarterbacks in the draft. It wasn't just a miss, it felt like a message. A coach who once praised Shedeur's toughness and competitive fire chose not to bring that energy into his locker room. The pick they made? Quiet, safe. It wasn't flashy or reckless. It was steady. A choice that signaled control, not chaos. It's hard not to see this as a defining moment. Shedeur Sanders, once a top 2025 prospect, sank to round 5, and only his actions are to be blamed. His confidence, once seen as a strength, was quickly dubbed arrogance. The infamous watch flex moment, a move that many viewed as might have been the last straw. Sources are now revealing that he sandbagged interviews, keeping front offices waiting while giving off an air of arrogance. Coaches, who are all too familiar with the importance of interviews, reportedly felt disrespected, and that sour taste lingered. Tomlin, with his keen eye for character, saw the red flags and passed. Mike Tomlin's draft strategy, bold or blind? Mike Tomlin didn't just draft for depth, he laid the foundation for how the Steelers will fight in 2026. With quarterbacks still on the board and skill players up for grabs, he took a different path. No flashy names, no risky reaches, just a firm belief in a build-from-the-trenches philosophy. It was a calculated move, built for control, not clicks. He looked past both Shedeur Sanders and Jackson Dart and chose Howard. The QB completed 70% of his non-screen passes in 2024 for Ohio State, showing good touch and feel on his throws. He improved as the season went on, playing his best football during the team's run to the national championship. The wild-card loss to the Ravens in the 2024 season was a brutal reminder. The Steelers could start hot, but they couldn't finish. Under that kind of pressure, the question isn't just about talent. It's about fire. Between Will Howard and Shedeur Sanders, the latter looks more like the one who could flip that script. The pick made it clear, play it safe this year, and maybe next season they'll swing for the big gamble. For now, it was about stability, not taking chances. The offense may still be a question mark, but the defense? That's where Mike Tomlin made his stand. He doubled down with force, selecting Derek Harmon, a wrecking ball in pads. Harmon didn't just hold the line in 2024, he destroyed it. 45 tackles, 10.5 for loss, 5 sacks, and a nation-leading 55 pressures from the interior. A 20% pressure rate for a DT? That's not just dominance, it's disruption. While the Steelers wait for a quarterback to change the story, Harmon might be the one who keeps them in every fight. Tomlin didn't just shape the 2025 roster, he locked in the story for years to come. The question remains, will he live to regret the decision? Or will the choice prove wise as the Steelers continue their search for a franchise quarterback?